we're live on another one, being pushed to the limits under some Saturn energy for sure. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you got to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. I'm not going to go back to the last video that I made this morning. I got that out. As I sat down here, I was actually pulled back to the last video before that one. And I got this download. Sorry, I'm pulling some cards. I got this download. Why try to make something work that didn't work? Why not just accept something new? And what? In regards to the twin flames. And I made the video, I was like, I'm avoiding Wolfman. Why not just embrace it? Why try to go back to something that didn't work instead of embracing something new? And you heard all my pathetic, excuses pour out last night of why I don't want to fuck with this dude. And I can do that with every fucking dude. But it's like, am I expected to have victory where I already failed? Am I going to have victory with one of these other twin flames where it already clearly failed? And I'm trying to call in something new and they're trying to bring in something new. And just based on the package, I'm like, this ain't going to work. But I don't know. That's what I was given. I feel like I'm still doing shadow work, so I just sat here and pulled a bunch of dark cards to see if I can get some shit out of it. If I'm going to submit, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's like, why don't you just submit to the idea of something new instead of keep trying to wrap your head around how you can make something old that didn't work. It's a good point. It's a very good point. That's what came to me as I was sitting here. I was actually getting ready to go down and have a cigarette. I've been doing cleaning for like the last 15, 20, 30, 45 minutes. Really? Yeah. Cleaning is very relaxing to me. Of course, number 17. The Grove of Laminations. Where are we at, Dante? What part of hell are we in? Well, hello to everyone from hell. That's where I'm at. There was another thing that came in that was really, it's so truthful, but when you say it, it's absolutely painful. It's like, I forgive you because it's not like, because I've known for a long time that you're not trustworthy or dependable. I'm all forgiving. I know that you're not a person I can trust or depend on, and I forgive you. Why would you deal with a person? Why would you have a person in your life where you know that's the truth? I forgive you. I knew you were going to fucking let me down. You always let me down. I know I can't trust you. I know I can't depend on you. I forgive you for not being trustworthy or dependable. Isn't that interesting? That's where I was this morning. I was like, it's easy to say, but then once you say the truth, you got to do something about it. It's a person in my life, and that's really the thing. I forgive you. It's not like I trusted you to follow through. It's not like I believed in you. I've learned that not to trust you and not to depend on anything you say, that you always fall through. Is that me or is that you? And I'm forgiving because this is who you are. You're an untrustworthy, undependable, you know what I mean? No integrity kind of person, and I still forgive you for that. Does that mean I like this? You think I like the fact that I can't trust you? I can't believe a word you say. I can't depend on what you've said. Like you're not really like the truth at all. I'm forgiving to the fact that you're not truthful. That doesn't mean I like you. I like a person like this. Really? Yeah. Realistically, you learn which people you can trust. You learn which people you can depend on. You know that you can't depend on that person. You know you can't trust them. You know that their word means shit, that they'll tell you one thing and do another thing. Okay, whoever that person is in your life, today is Saturn day. You need to cut that person out of your life. What good is it to have a person you can't trust or depend on? That's not a friend. That shouldn't be a family member. That's not a person that should be in your circle. If it's not based on trust, then there shouldn't be any. You shouldn't mess with a person that you can't believe to stick behind their words. If they say something, they should do that something. And if they don't, then they're not honest. They're not integral. They don't have no freaking, you know what I mean, moral compass. They're forgiven for being a flop. Really? They don't even, I mean, in most cases, they probably won't even apologize. They don't even think it's a problem. They do this to everyone. They let everyone down. They never stand up to whatever they say to anyone. Is that a person you want in your life that always, you know what I mean, makes promises and breaks them or says things they don't do? You learn not to depend on that person. You learn that they're just talking out their neck, that nothing they say is really important because they don't actually do what they say. Do you keep company like that around you? You should probably cut that off. And that's where I got this morning. I realized I'm all forgiving to what you are. But then I realized what it is. I forgive you. It's not like I believed what you said. It's not like I was depending on what you said. You just be talking shit. I know that what you say ain't real. That's that person. You know what I mean? Oh, we're going to go out or something. You know, like it's that friend that's always talking good talk and then they don't ever do nothing. They always have great ideas. They don't ever do anything. You can't trust them and you can't depend on them because they don't actually do anything. They just talk a lot. Do you have a person in your life like that? Don't entertain this any longer. And when they ask you why, say, I've learned that I can't trust you and I can't depend on you. Every time you say something, you don't follow through. I don't need that inconsistency in my life. Have I ever said that I was going to do something and didn't do it? Have I ever let you down? You do it all the time. I don't want to do this no more. Apologies, but, you know, this is where we part. Very difficult, but I'm cutthroat at that moment. At that moment, the heart shuts down. No, I've got to do what's right for me. This is called protection. You're a waste of space. You just like to entertain my space. You're not useful to me. Really? Hey, bro. You know who those people are. You can't depend on them. You can't call them and expect them. They say they're going to be there in 10 minutes and you know they won't. They like flake. It's like waiting for that parent that never shows up. Like you get ready for your dad. There was a song. Whose song was that? Was that Drake or something? I mean, we all have that sad song, don't we though? It's like you get ready for your parent to show up and they don't. You know what I mean? Those people. Oh, I thought so-and-so was coming. Nah, they always fucking flake. That's what I mean. They said they were going to, but you learn not to even believe what they say. Yeah, I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. You know those people. I'll believe it when I see it. Why do we entertain those people? Why do we let them think that they're cool? Like, why do we even let them in our circle? Why? We know we can't trust them. We know that they're not going to be there when they say they're going to be there. We know they're not going to do whatever they said they were going to do. If they said they were going to help us, or they said they were going to go with us, or they said they were going to do this, or they said that, we know they're not going to because they don't do what they say. Who's that in your life? God said, get rid of them. He told me that this morning. Get rid of them. Yes, God, as you say. At least God's for real. He does what the fuck he says. And that's what it is we lean on people. We learn which ones to lean on, which ones we can depend on, which ones we can put our trust and our faith in, because they don't let us down. They show us that they're solid. And if you don't know, you watch how they treat other people around them. If you're not so sure if they got your back, see whose back they do have. You know what I mean? See how they treat other people. If you're questioning how they treat you, see their loyalty to their friends. See how they get on the phone and lie to their friends. See how they lie to their parents, how they lie to their jobs. Don't think they ain't lying to you too, bro. And whatever they do with you, they do with their friends too. So if they get with you and start talking about her, when they get with her, they're going to talk about you. Shit like that, bro. People. They're not terrible. They just have some really fucking funky traits. They're, you know, and that's where it is. You're at a brand new high school and you see all these people and you got to make a friend. Be careful. Not all those fucking people are your friends. They want to know you. They want to know you and get to know you so they can see what good they can get off of you, but they're not really there to be your friend. They don't want to just sit with you at lunch unless it's a benefit for them. They don't want to be seen with you. Certain people, bro, and that's where it is. It's like they'll say anything to get into a crowd. You know what I mean? They'll be all pleasing and shit, but they're not really about that life. Really? Yeah. If you have one, get rid of them. Got it? All forgiveness. Hey, I know this is just how you are. It's just I don't roll like that no more. You didn't make the cut for 2026. You got cut in 2026. Realistically, I mean, that's what I got. Number 17. That's what I got. First thing in the morning. Really? Yeah, you know who they are. I forgive you. It's not like I believed what you fucking said. Hey, my bad. It is. You're just bad like that. Journey. Dante and Virgil enter the dark and forbidding wood, where the trees give utter plaintive moans and are afflicted by loathsome harpies. Ooh, the harpies. Dante discovers that the trees are inhabited by souls of suicide and others who did themselves great injury. These are the great ones. The ones that chose to take their life. It's a choice. We all want to die. Suicidal thoughts I think, are normal. That's where it is have you gotten to a place in your life where your life means nothing and you're ready to give it up? You've given up on life. There's many people and you're like, oh, Phil, according to the Bible, that's a sin against God, is to take your own life. That's having no gratitude for the life that he's given to you. And that there's a consequence for that, according to this and according to the Bible. You say there's a heavy consequence for you not sticking out your life, for you giving in to the temptation, which was just nothing more than the voice in your head that tells you all this. You let a voice in your head tell you weren't important. How come you didn't hear God's voice tell you how special you were? Because you fled far from God. You listened to the voices in your head instead of the voice in your heart. And you let them pull you down, tell you that that nobody loves you, that nobody cares about you, that you're not important, that you're not going to be shit, you're not going to do shit, you ain't about shit, you might as well just die. They say that's the devil on your shoulder, but everybody has that fucking voice. Some give into it, some don't. To say that we don't all feel that way, and any social anxiety moment, any moment in our life where we just want to fucking die, I don't want to get up. I can't face the world. I wish my life would just end. I can't do this not one more fucking day. If you've never felt that way, bro, you're not human. Or you've never struggled. And thank God you've never felt that way. If you never have. If you've never felt such agony and pain about your life that you wish it would just end, then you have been given a grace and mercy during the times that most of us haven't. As a spirit, as I go through these spiritual awakenings, and that's what I told B this morning. She's going through a harsh awakening. It's like, I'm right here for it. This is what happens. I'm right here for you. This hurts. It's painful. I was like, B, you got to lose your mind to find God. She's like, I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. I said, it happens, bro. You're losing yourself. It hurts. And in those moments, you just want to die. You really do. Childbirth, giving birth makes you want to die, bro. It's so painful. It hurts. You want to die. Just make it stop. Anything grateful, just make it stop. Just make it stop. We can't stop. We must fight through this till our last dying breath. No matter how bad our life is, it's ours to fight through. We can't give up. And that's it. Like, my whole story, it's like, why won't you give up? What is my option? What does give up look like to you? Kill myself because I can't take it? Or just take it one step at a time, 1 hour at a time, one breath at a time, one thought at a time, one day at a time. Why do you think fucking drug addicts get so high? Because they can't take it. And one day it takes them. Alcoholics, shit like that, bro. You can't take life. So you're always trying to find a way to escape life. We can't. And I promise you, if you take your life, you're going to put right back here again to do it again. You're not going to hell, but in the essence you are. You're going to come back and redo it. That's fucking hellish. I don't want to redo this life again. This life sucks. You're going to repeat this shit until you get it right. And that's God's grace. But it's hell. The canto is one of the most disquieting in the whole poem, and the message of the cards is troubling. This is a sign you may be, or knowingly, unknowingly, causing great harm to yourself. You can't let your mind do that to you, and it will. Your mind makes you feel worse than the world will ever. It's not someone outside of us. It's a voice inside of us that's killing us, telling us we're not good enough and we'll never be good enough and nobody cares about us and we're all alone and we might as well just give up. They say in the books that's the devil. It's just your mind. Nothing in the universe wants you to die. They want you to live. Nothing in the universe wants you to give up on your experience. Not your ancestors, which is your dead family, your dead friends, not God, not the angels. They're trying to help you live, every single person. That voice comes from inside. The Soul Dante questions notes that in life it was just to others, but unjust to itself. And as I sit here, I'm seeing Robin Williams. He's guilty of this. He took his life. He was just to everyone else. He gave everyone else love, but he didn't love himself. The Soul Dante questions notes that in life he was just to others and unjust to himself. The personal mistreatment can stem from feelings of self-loathing and unworthiness. That's what I spoke with Bobby. It's like you're, and that's Russ. That's all of us, bro. You put everyone else above yourself, and now you're worthless. They're all worthy of every fucking great thing, but nobody cares about you. You mean nothing anymore. You've made yourself mean nothing because you're not important to yourself. Everybody else is more important than you. And that's what that voice is screaming. It knows that you're not important because you don't treat yourself important, and nobody else does either. It's telling you what it sees. It sees that nobody's caring for you. It sees that nobody's loving you. It sees that nobody's taking care of you and worrying about you. It sees, and it feels that way. And that's that voice. It's an inner child. Nobody loves us. Nobody cares about us. Nobody, nothing. Hey, bro, you want to know something? I don't have an emergency contact. If something happened to me and my children, other than this channel, nobody cares about us. They'd care if they found out something bad happened to us, but as we go by days, weeks, years, months, nobody checks on us. Nobody sees if we're alive. Nobody sees if we're doing good. Nobody cares about us. Strangers do. The strangers that we meet every day care more about us than the people that were supposedly important to us. We're not important to them. It's literally just us. There's nobody outside of us that cares. I don't have an emergency contact. There's nobody to call in a case of emergency. There's somebody that could possibly take over my kids, but it's like putting them with a stranger. I'd always hoped that Mr. Plum would, but I think honestly in my truest heart, I think Mr. Plum would pass them on to the McClures or to the family. I think he would. If he didn't do it purposely, they would guilt him into it. And that's it. Would I want my children to grow up with the family, with their dad's family that I worked so hard to keep them away from? Would I want them to grow up in my family that I worked so hard to keep them away from? They can go on thinking that, and they could believe that, and that could make them suicidal too, because it's the real truth. They know it as much as I do. Nobody gives a shit about us. That's okay, because you know what? We don't care. The people isn't important. They know, like I know, that we are chosen by God, and we are so important to the universe that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're important to the world. We're important to God, and we're going to do important works for the world, whether they like it or not. And that's what I teach my kids. And that's, it's not their fault. It's, you know what I mean, that they don't have family. If anything, you could blame me, and I have to have this conversation. Why did you keep me from them? I'll tell you why. I was doing the right thing. And then later they can go and meet these people if they even cared to, and go either say I was wrong or find out I was right. It's up to them later. But right now, no, they don't have the ability to know the difference between wrong and right when it comes to people. That's my job. And unfortunately, I had to protect them from the people we call family. They were going to teach them unbelievably terrible things that go against God. And that's where it is. And when I go back to my early parenting video, there's really nobody that I can give credit to for raising my children because it was just me. I don't run around saying I'm a great parent because I wasn't always a great parent. And you could say that looking at them is an example that I am. No, bro, that doesn't make me a great parent. We just, I don't think so. And you know what I mean? That could just me being very humble to the situation. But I got better at parenting. And so that's how that was. But, I don't think so. And I just want to point that out. This mistreatment stems from a feeling of self-loathing and unworthiness. It is worthwhile to pay attention to unnecessary or exaggerated self-criticism or disparagement in our words, as they can lead to greater and more lasting damage. That's believing your thoughts about yourself. Listen to how it lies to you about you. You're not the things it says you are. When you realize that, you'll start to realize it's lying to you about people outside of you too. It's just a kid that thinks that this is what it is. It has no compassion and no understanding. It doesn't have all the variables. But there's a voice in me, and that voice is true. I see why you feel that way. I understand that's true. Nobody does care about us. But that's okay, because we're the most important thing in the world to the universe. God loves us so much, and we love us. And then you have to remind yourself all the loving things about you. Not the things that people don't like, but all the things that people do like about you. Even if it's not, strangers. And that's just it. When I went out with B last weekend, and, we were supposed to go out on Saturday, but we went out Friday by accident. And we ended up hanging out with her family. And she had never seen me in a group of people. And it was fun. And I'm very louder than life. And we had a great time. And they loved me. And she's like, "You're so much fun." And it's like, I can sit there all day telling you that, I'm not good with people and people don't like me and they're not going to like me and this is why and da-da-da-da. But when I go out and I show myself that people do like me, they really do like what I have to say, and they find me fun and they find me exciting. You change your perception on yourself. But the mind's always going to tell you some shit, and especially when we're talking about solar plexus, is your unworthiness. I can always go back to, Lewis with this. You can look at a person and say they'll never like you. They're too good for you. They're not going to accept you. That's where stuff like that comes from. You got to be careful of that. That's not true. They hate me. They don't hate you. You know what I mean? And that's where you have to be careful. That little idling mind, bro. And when you're an isolated person, you know what I mean? Like myself or anybody else, you just sit there. And that's why people don't like to sit with their mind, because it gets dark fast. It gets real dark and painful, and it starts putting you down, making you feel ashamed for what you've done, making you embarrassed, making you feel small. It's reminding you, it's belittling you. It's reminding you of shit. It's not trying to hurt you. It's trying to show you that these things are still hurting you. And nobody ever came and made you feel better about these incidences in your life. They're unhealed wounds, bro. It's reminding you of how this person said that mean thing to you. You just need to go back and rebuild yourself from what they said. You're still hurt by what they said. You need to be that parent that you didn't have and say, yeah, but they just, and that's where you nurture it and you have compassion. They didn't mean to hurt you. And it's almost, maybe they did, but you need to tell yourself something different just to get on with yourself. You know what I mean? You can't look at yourself as a victim, and you are. You've been fucking wronged over and over and over, victimized by people's words and actions, whether knowingly or unknowingly, where you just feel like beat up and, either you're going to feel really hurt by life or you're going to feel angry at life. I told that to be earlier, you know what I mean? Something was bothering her. And I was like, bro, it's better to cry about it. I'd rather see you cry about it, because you'll get to a point where you can't cry no more. But if you get angry about this, you'll be angry about it till the day you die. Anger never wears off. It's okay to be angry because you're sad, but realize you're just sad. And be sad. It's okay to be sad. This makes me sad. She's like, no, I just want to be strong. You don't have to. You don't have to be strong when it hurts. You don't have to hold back the tears when they want to come out. Who are you being strong for? Yourself? No, you're not. Admit that this hurts and hurt with yourself. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself this doesn't hurt when it does. Really? Yeah. And that's a lot of it. I've been doing this for 3 years. That's me. There's a lot, there's a part of me that's hurt. There's a part of me that's angry. There's a part of, that feels, neglected, that feels alone. There's broken pieces of you that you got to go and visit and give some love to. And when you ask them why they feel, why you feel lonely, it'll show you abandonment. It'll show you all the people that are, it'll show you what makes you feel lonely. And you got to go in and work with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You may need to share your burdens with others who can help you lighten the load you carry. I feel like God's calling me into duty. If you need to, you need to trauma dump me, I'm here for it. I can help you carry that load. I can unload the load. You can unload it on me and never have to carry it again. My email is highpriestessphoenix6, the number 6, @gmail.com. I haven't checked for a while. I don't have my notifications on. I'll get in there right now, though, and see what we got. Apologies if I don't get to you. I don't put notifications on my phone. I don't like to be notified. I don't like to be bothered. Anything can bother me, so I choose when I want to go into places and deal with things. But if you're that person, I'm here for you if you don't have anyone else. And, that's what I was telling. I had to do all this by myself. I learned how to heal myself, and then that's how I can help you heal yourself by yourself. There's things I can help you with. There's things I have no idea how to help you with. A lot of things, of this world, I don't even know. I don't know how that button works. I don't know how to work an iPhone at all. There's lots of things I don't know. You know what I mean? But when it comes to healing, that's what I do. Really? Yep. And as I said last night, it costs nothing to have you come over here. It's going to cost you a little bit of pride. You're going to have to be brave and tell somebody something you never told nobody before, a stranger. But the good thing is once you tell me, I can tell you how to think differently about it so that you can be free from it. Not every therapist, not your mom, not your friends are going to tell you how to change your mind. That's what I teach, is the changing of the mind. Really? Yeah. I get straight to it. Realistically, if you don't want to think about it that way, then you're going to just keep thinking about it your way. But at least I can get in there and help you do some of this reprogramming. And all it is compassion. Tell me your story, and we're going to look at this from outside with eyes of compassion. I'm going to hear your pain. I'm going to hear your injustice. I'm going to stand on your side, and then we're going to clean this up. I'm on your side to begin with. But ultimately, we have to clear this so it's not sides. We have to hear both sides. We have to put this other person into this conversation too. That's not there. And I'm going to show them the same compassion as you so we can clear this up without them being there. But you have to understand, I'm not going to take their side, but I have to put their side into perspective for you to understand this. I'm not against you. I start on your side, but we have to bring this other piece to this puzzle to make it a full puzzle, so that you're not so puzzled by this. I don't know this person or this thing, but I'm going to put positivity on it because that's how we change this. You're going to tell me what they did to you, and I'm going to tell you where they could have been coming from so you can have some understanding. We're not forgiving their behavior. We're forgiving the situation. We're having understanding why they behave that way. That doesn't mean their behaviors are condonable. We're just trying to have some understanding. Understanding brings forgiveness. Why did they do that to me? Well, and that's where I can come in and give you some ideas of why they might have acted this way and how this made you feel. And I validate your feelings and I help you feel different about that. That's how it's going to look. Okay? So when it gets to that point and I want to talk about the other person and you think that I'm on their side and I'm attacking you, I'm not. We got to bring them into this. I'm just a mediation to a memory. And that's how we do it. How do you forgive your mom? I have to bring her in as a person. I have to think about where she was when she did that to me. What made her do that? What, you know what I mean? Why did she act like that? I stopped thinking about what she did to me and start asking what was going on in her life that she acted like that. I started having compassion. I get out of my feelings about what she did, and I start thinking about what she was feeling when she did it. And that changes the scenario. That's how I'm able to forgive a lot of things. I have understanding for the person on the other side. And that's how we get forgiveness. It's just understanding. How can you forgive your husband? Because I understand. I have understanding for the stupidness, the shit that he does now. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean it's okay. It just means that I understand why he does the things he does. And I can forgive that. Why? Because anytime somebody does something hurtful, it's because they're hurt. You understand where this hurtful act comes from. It comes from a hurt place. And you realize you're okay, and you realize they're all types of fucked up. You feel more bad for them than yourself in the end of the day. You're okay. After you've dealt with it, you realize, damn, yeah, that was them. There was nothing wrong with me. They just took it out on me because they're all kinds of fucked up. Really? I mean, I kept wondering why Bobby kept running away from me. What did I do? What did I say? How come every time I say something, you act like this? It had nothing to do with me. You just act like this. Really? But it hurt. It was hurtful. I felt like it was personal. Like you're doing this to me because of something. You're trying to hurt me. You're trying to get back at me. You're trying to, you know what I mean? No, he just does this. Like, forgive him, for he knows not how painful this is. And that's really what it is. He's not present with anybody, realistically. And that's kind of where you start to have forgiveness for people's poor behaviors. You understand why they behave that way, and you just got caught in a poor behavior. But it takes time, because really the biggest part of you just needs to talk about how hurt you are. You want to vent. You want to tell every bit of feeling about how this is. You're mad about it, and you're sad about it, and you're all kinds of ways about this. And you want to vent, and that's what you need. Tell me. Tell me what they did to you. Tell me how it made you feel. I'm a spiritual psychoanalyst. That's what I do here. Okay? I don't want you to feel that way, but understand why you feel that way. I understand why you don't feel loved. I understand why you feel unimportant. I understand why you feel unseen. You know what I mean? Unwanted, neglected, forgotten, unworthy, unimportant. You just need to understand that, there's a part of you that really feels this way. But don't let it take control of you like that. And that's where it is. You sit there long enough, bro, that thing will tell you. And then it'll even give you ideas of how to kill yourself. It's not the devil, bro. It's just your mind trying to get you out of the pain. It feels like it's too painful to deal with. And if I just, if I just do this, then I won't feel so bad. And that could be something as easy as I just need a drink. Or if I just take this pill, I won't feel so bad. Many times we cry to God in our pain. Just make it stop, God. Just make it stop. Please, just make it stop. How far will you go to make it stop? And that's where I come in. How do you make it stop? We face it. It won't stop until we face it. I promise. It won't stop until you face it. And that's why everybody is staying in an unhealed way. It's because nobody wants to face it. They're always finding other ways to not face your problems. They're always finding ways to minimize it. Since the beginning, you weren't allowed to go to therapy. That was wrong. And in most cultures, they still don't want you to talk to anyone. And it makes people scared. They're scared that you're telling the secrets that they told you. They're scared that you're telling people what they did to you. They're scared that you're telling the truth. And that goes back to Lisa, that fucking cunt. She wouldn't put her kids in therapy because she was scared of what those kids were going to tell. Those kids were going to tell what's going on in that house. I'm not scared of that. I have nothing to hide, number 1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? But that's it. They don't want you to tell nobody. What happens in the house stays in the house. They don't want you to go get help. They don't want to sit down with your therapist and have this person tell them, because you can't, how you've made them feel. They don't want to accept responsibility for what they've done to you and how they've made you feel. They don't want to hear it from you or your therapist. They don't want to hear it from nobody. They don't want to take into consideration their actions had a fucking effect on you, a devastating effect. They don't want to take accountability for their actions. And that goes back to, are you going to apologize? Are you going to even accept that your behaviors are less than pleasing and actually painful? No, that's not how it, all right. That's what they call a narcissist. A person that is completely unaware of the effects they have on another person. And that goes back to Kanye. Do you not understand the effects your words have on people, Marshall Mathers? Do you not hear the words that are coming out of your mouth, how fucking offensive you are? Do you know how your words are hurting people? How they're getting under people's skin and making them feel uncomfortable? As a wordsmith, I'm very aware of this shit, and that's where we have to come back and be aware of this. We're equally guilty. Forgive us of those who trespassed against us, and forgive us for our trespasses. We repeat the same shit that people have done to us, typically. Really, impressionable. We do what we're shown. We're led by example. You know what I mean? That goes back to parenting. Well, this is what my dad did. That's not what all dads do. You know what I mean? This is what I learned. Well, you could learn another way. It's not just that way. That's not the only way. This is a sad place to be. Suicidal. You're fucking Sean Kingston. Suicidal. I went to a bar one time when that song was I remember it. I so remember this memory. I walked into a bar and the song was playing, and there was a guy at the bar. I walked up to the bar to get a drink, and he's just literally there, sitting there at the bar looking at the mirror, because there's always a mirror behind the bottles. And he's all screaming, singing this song. You're way too beautiful, girl. I'm like, God, talk about crying in your beer. He's just sitting there with his drink. Suicidal, suicidal. I mean, don't really do it. I've had, I can't even, it's a new year, but I'll say I had at least 6 of those last year. I felt like they were coming every 2 months, where I just laid in my bed and wanted to die. I cried, please, God, don't make me wake up tomorrow and do this again. I can't face life. My life is falling apart. I don't know what to do. I can't take it. I can't take it. Really, I'll say at least 6 times, probably more like close to 10. Shit pushes you to the limits where you just want to give up. Can't give up. And it's only in your mind, bro. Life is no harder today than it was yesterday. It's just your mind is weaker today than it was yesterday, which means stop applying so much pressure to it. Let it play. Stop trying to make it do stuff when it obviously can't do anything more. It wants to die. You've pushed it too far. It needs, and that's that cup of replenishment, dude. Give yourself some love, bro. Stop giving it. You know what I mean? It's like your mind is screaming that no one loves you. It's telling you it needs love in the loudest way. Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm full of love, and nobody wants it. Come here, I love you. Not realistically. Get in the DMs and let me help you. Let me help you, bro. That's what God made me for. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? It's going to work. You're not going to feel any worse than you do right now if you tell somebody about how you're feeling. The worst that could happen is you feel what? Worse? I'm going to make you feel worse? I'm not going to make you feel worse. It's not my job. The world will. Really? Yeah. Let me get in the comments and then I'm going to go. It's lunchtime and shit. The spirit realm shouldn't be trifled with in the Bible, right? they make you fear the spirit realm, and I'm not sure why, because they teach you that the spirits, the angels, the spirits came to all the prophets, the spirit of Christ and the spirit of God. I don't know why the Bible made you afraid of the spirit world when all goodness came from it. It was the spirit that came and talked to Mary. It was the spirit. It was always the spirit, the voice of God, the spirit. I'm not sure why the Bible made you afraid of the spirit realm. Really? But it was God. The Trinity is God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. So I'm not sure why. They told you that you're not allowed to do divination. They told you you're not allowed to connect, that you cannot connect with the spirits after they've passed. But that would be a lie to teaching, because Jesus is a spirit. If we can't connect with the spirit of Jesus, and that's where it is we can only connect with the spirit of Jesus, not any other spirits. And that's where a lot of people will go against their church in that moment. They tell you you can't connect with your dead crossed over. That's what I talked to Mr. Plum. They tell you in the church that they have crossed over, and they're either in the place of Hades waiting for the final judgment. They're suffering till God judges them again. Doesn't make sense. Or they're they call it in the bosom of what was it, Muhammad or something? I don't know. Whatever. And I'm like, where is that? What are you talking about? They say that you can't access the spirits, but yet we know the spirits access us. It's bullshit. Really? Yeah. I mean, you got to be careful in the spirit realm, because the spirit of all things, you know what I mean? Not everything is a good spirit. Not everyone has a good spirit upon themselves. That's what that means. All right, what else did we got in here? We got lots of fun. Holy moly. Get right with Jesus before it's too late. Okay, dude, that's... Breathe. I was telling Morgan, I was like, yeah, my channel's expanding. The comments are fun at night and this and that. I was like, but the first week was a bunch of Jesus freaks. She's like, really? I was like, bro, it was unbelievable. I was like, but they started to die down. They're not. The question is, how do you know when you're right with God? Because you're right next to God, and he tells you everything's all right. It doesn't come from outside, it's inside. So telling people to get right with Jesus, what does that look like for you, projector? Are you right with Jesus? You're standing hand by hand in Jesus, and you're out there doing Jesus's work and showing love, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness, kindness, generosity, and joy. You're going through the long suffering. You've got lots of patience. You're working through faith and belief in God and God only. You do not give in to the temptations of this world. You sit as God as your stone, and you seek God in all things. Don't come out here telling people to get right by Jesus when you ain't right. Your unforgiveness. You're already projecting on people. You're not opening, you're closing. You're not opening people to Jesus. You're using him to scare people. You're scared of God's fucking condemnation. We're not scared of hell. We're not scared. Those of us that know God are not scared of falling short of God. We know that we're right by God. And we know you ain't right by God. Don't come out here telling somebody to be, It's always the same motherfucker, isn't it, though? Tomorrow is not promised. If you die, you're going to hell. See what I mean? Is that what you read in your book? Where's hell? You want to tell everyone where this place is? You're telling them that they're going there. Have you been there? You going to tell them what they're going to do with their life when you never did it? You're so sure of a place you've never been. You ever been to heaven? Have you seen God? Have you seen the highest thrones? Have you seen the angels? So how are you going to tell someone you're going to a place you've never been? Shut up. You're in hell right now. And in 2 seconds, I'm going to unleash the fucking hellions upon you. No, that's it. Do it. By the power of the dark goddess in me, to the person that's in my fucking energy, release the truth upon them. The persecution of hell that they put on others, let it be known to them in the living. Unleash the hell they wish for others upon them by the power given to me as the dark goddess of the holy fucking century, man. Give it to them. I'm not holding back on this person. Jesus will forgive you. You invoke the dark, I'll give you the dark. Alistair, get him. And his children. because they're equally fucking guilty of this. The fucking apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Cut it off. Cut off their judging children. Cut off their fucking judging eyes. Take away their ability to judge and let them be judged for all to see. I'm not sure. You don't know. I'm not Jesus, bitch. You're fucking with the dark goddess. If there was a devil, that would be me. If there was, that would be me. And you want to put hell on somebody? I will bring hell to you. You son of a bitch. Your fucking mother should have swallowed you. You don't deserve life if this is how you treat those that are living. Sorry, I'm not. I meant that with all my heart. I unleash all darkness upon you, given by all powers given to me, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's to the next one. I don't give a fuck about your life. You want to fucking, I'm sitting here trying to get people to fucking stay alive and you're trying to kill them? Bitch, by the same thing that's killing them is their mind. What do you think is coming for you right now in that dark space? You think something's showing up in your fucking house? They're in your fucking thoughts, you piece of shit. And they're going to rip you a fucking part. And your fucking children. What is my power? I am the goddess of the moon. I rule over the mind and the emotions. You want me in your mind? You want me in your emotions in a dark way? I'm here to bring light to that mind, light to there. You fucking do this, I'm going to put you in the darkest place where you are going to be the next suicide. Your life means nothing to nobody. Remember that. It's important to God, you piece of shit. And as you said, you could die tonight and nobody would care. You're dust. You made no impact. You're not important to your community. You're not important to this world. You mean nothing. God put you here to spread love. That's the only thing he wants from you. And if you can't do that, you're fucking useless. Anybody can spread hate. You're fucking just the rest of them. Hater. Really? Yeah. Get the fuck off my page. Take your little fucking friends with you. Fucking Jesus freaks. Sorry. Who is it? Spiritual Steph #1. Spiritual Steph. I invoke the darkness upon spiritual Steph #1 and their offspring. God hates witchcraft. Oh, God loves us dark. Let me tell you. What's the next one? Spiritual Steph. Stay away from the spiritualism. If you see, you got people fucking on your ass. I appreciate you. This person is like fighting them in the fucking comments. I'm a sinner and you suck, okay? Hey, I love you guys. And that's it. Fucking religion's always going to fight spiritual people. Religious people aren't spiritual. They have no connection to the spirit realm and they hate that. They don't have no intuition. They don't have no connection. They have nothing but a book that they live by that has no power. They don't even believe in the messages. Realistically, yes. Fucking religion's scared of spiritual people because we have a connection they can't see. We have a connection to the unseen that they deem as evil. Who's evil? Why can't you connect with the spirit of all things? Why don't you know Jesus Christ, our Savior? What's wrong with you? How come you don't know the voice of God? Isn't it funny how me and all my psychic friends can know what God's telling us, but you can't? You'll sit on your fucking knees and eat the juice, drink the Jesus juice and cracker, but you still don't know God. And you think you're so godly. And that goes to the Catholics, the Muslims, the fucking Hindus, all of you. You think you know God? I'll teach you God. I'll show you God in the spirit realm. I'll show you the unseen, motherfuckers. Realistically, yeah. Hey, thank you for fighting standing on my side. I stand on your side. Don't worry, you don't have to stand with me. I have the whole universe at my disposal. Really? Do you think God, he knew I was going to do that? He said she's going to unleash hell on him. So be it. He didn't give me a power that I can't, you know what I mean? He's not allowing me to do something I'm not allowed to do. He knows when I will do it and when I won't. And he's given me that authority. Revelations chapter 11 through 13. I have all authority given to me as the witness. I can bring on the fucking weather and bring your whole fucking country down. Don't play with me. I can invoke anything upon you. What I'm supposed to be doing is healing you. But when I see something like that, bro, cut the tree and burn the field. Burn the field to the fucking ground. Realistically, what comes after me? What comes after me? Michael's going to come up and pick you up. The light's going to come get you from the dark. I told you how to get out of the dark. You're going to be consumed of it. And that's this message right here. It's already got you. Take your life then. Give in. Those voices, the demons, the things, the temptations of the dark that make you so weak in your resolve, that's what they got. Why? Because they wanted to put that on someone else. Get as above, so below. You shall reap what you sow. It's just divine fucking balance. Really? Yeah, don't hate in front of me, bro. Don't do something like that in front of me. I tell people all the time, don't tell me that. Don't say nothing like that. I am walking with justice. I am justice. It's not my justice. I'm the witness to it. They put me on the stand. What did you see? What did they do? And what do I do? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This is what they did. This is what they said. This is how they're acting. What are you going to do, God? Are you going to do something about this? This is your job. And that's where we go. And who's your judgment? Well, that goes up to Christ. He decides. And you're lucky that it's him because he has all compassion. Me? No. I'm Lilith. I think you should have been destroyed. You're not worthy of God. You don't deserve his compassion. You don't deserve any of this. You're doing things with a knowing. Jesus says, you know not what you do. I sit on the other side and say, I know they know exactly what they're doing. And that goes back to Job. Remember who we are. We tell God, you're not worthy. And he said, test him. I got you, God. Our job is to show God that you don't love God and that you're not worthy of God. That's what we're created. We have no power other than the power he gives us. Know that. We're not out to kill you. You're going to do that on your own. We're not the ones making you hate your babies. You're doing that. We're not the ones we're not any of that. You blame it on a voice in your head and you say it's the devil. As I sit here and you act stupid and Pac tells me, fuck him up. It's up to me if I want to fuck you up or not. That's my choice. Is Pac the devil? No. Is he a little antagonizing? Yup. You gonna let them get away with that? Yeah, I think I am. All right. And that's really what it is. Do you give in or you don't give in? Well, let's see what voices are are speaking to you over there, Mr. fucking spiritual bastard. How can you even put a name like that? What did they say their shit was? Spiritual stuff. You're not spiritual. You're a religious piece of shit. You're a Bible thumping bastard. Trying to be part of spirituality. Trying to, tell spiritual people that they're ungodly. Are you going to show up with a fucking banner at the gay pride? Tell everyone that, God doesn't live here and they're ungodly? The only person in this crowd being ungodly is you. The only person hateful is you. The only person casting judgment is you. The only one breaking the rules of God here is you. We have come together in love, in unity, in an acceptance, in forgiveness, in kindness. You have come here and are committing a hate crime in the name of Jesus, and you think you're fucking justified. Justice, come find him. Realistically, I called it in on you, and good luck to you. And that's because you called it on someone else. You wanted to call bad shit on someone else? Fine. Give it to you. Really? And that was just random. And that's how it goes. For anybody else that needs healing and not cursing, hit me up in the email. I'll check it out today and we can get back to you. And no, there's no cost for you to be a better fucking person. That makes me feel good on wherever you are. Realistically, yeah. Because when you feel better, you look better, you do better. And people want to be like you. Really? You don't have to give me credit. Just say, God. I'm healing. I'm going through some healing. Going through spiritual healing. It's a self-healing journey. All glory to God. Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Don't be putting people in my email. I'm not trying to make a business out of this. It's just God's business, and you're the one that's hurting. This message isn't for them. It's for you. Don't be running around, being a fucking suicide line and giving out my email. Logic, tell the number, 1-800. What'd you hear? 1-800 mix-a-lot, shake those dirty thoughts. See what I mean? The Holy Spirit's. Realistically, bitch, over here I'm trying to save people's lives, but I will really kill you right now. You don't mean shit. Who the fuck is in the back of my classroom causing problems? Somebody, security? Security! That's Alistair. Who is Alistair? Oh, that's Alistair. Alistair is an avenging angel of hell. He's my security. If you could only bring one person from hell with you, who would you bring? I didn't bring Lucifer, but he found his way here. I brought Alistair. Really? He's the executioner of hell, bro. Realistically, let me read you his book. I actually brought out all his little friends. Alistair, who are you taking with you to go get this person? Bottom card. All right, who is it? Who are you taking with you? Oh. Only me and Wolfman knows what that means. He prays to the devils, so he knows what you're about to meet. Really? I mean, he's not going to show up alone, do you think? Really? No? It's like when you got to call the dog. You're like, you whistle. It's like, he's not stopping. He's going to eat you. He doesn't know how to stop. I can't stop him. You can't stop a tiger after you let it out. I can't stop it. He's going to eat you, bro. I told him he could eat you. I can't pull him back. He's going to eat me if I try to do that. He's out for blood. Really? Let me tell you about Alistair first. That's that card that was back there. Alistair is, in one hand, one of the most terrifying demons in this book. His earliest incarnations are all centered in brutal, bloody vengeance. Unlike the other demons who, and I called Alistair, I watched him do this to this homeless woman. Oh my God. She got in my face and she was being crazy. And she was like 2 feet away from me, 1.5 feet away from me. And I took real quick with my fingers and I bound her chakras and I called Alistair and I said, get her or remove her. All of a sudden, she gave me this evil look. She grabbed her blanket from the floor. She fucking walked herself across Federal Boulevard because I was on one side and she walked across the other. She got on the other side behind the bus stop and started screaming at the top of her lungs like she was in pain, screaming. And that's all I heard. He drug her across the street and took her to the other side of the street and she was screaming at the top of her lungs. And they're looking at me. I was like, it was just an angel. Really? I don't know what he did to her, but he got her the fuck out of my face. Literally, she gave me this look. She stopped in the middle of her sentence and he drug her across the street and she just started screaming. I don't know what happened to her. Really? I don't care. I told him to get her the fuck away from me. He's going to torture the shit out of you for fucking with me. Brutal, bloody vengeance. Unlike other demons who evolved from more violent origins, his career in hell was one of justice and execution. But it is worth to note that many Greek tragedies, Alistair's appearance was one of the avenging angels, not a murderer, but an executioner. And that's really it. He's not here to murder you. He's here to eliminate you. He's not a murderer. You know what I mean? That's his job. His job is to get rid of you. And he likes what he does. Really? He likes the pain. He likes to see the pain and suffering. By the time I've called him, you've bothered me. He's going to make you pay for this. And those are created by what? God. God's going to put you in this so-called place called hell, right? You all believe in it. I'm telling you, hell is here on earth. And we are here. So you suffer here. At this point, who's coming to get you? Alistair. Oh, fuck, Kanye, I had a dream, bro. You're about to die. I forgot about that. Fuck, sorry. Really? Mm-hmm. It came again this morning. Really? Mm-hmm. Kanye's getting closer to death. I saw it like a year ago. I said I saw the death angels coming to get him. And they're like, when? I don't know. But they're here for him. They're taking him. I saw it. I saw him like laid out on like a casket or something. He was done. His time is done. Really? Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. I don't know when it happens, but Kanye's, I mean, we're all going to die, but I saw it. I don't know when. I don't know. Like last year, I saw that I had a vision that this old friend of mine was going to be pregnant. I called her to see if she was. She said no, but we're getting married and probably when she gets pregnant, then I'll be like, damn, I saw that 4 years before it happened, 2 years before. I don't know. I saw his death. I saw the ending of him. Really? You know? He has an open casket. Why do you do that? Really? Sorry. As far as this, I mean, yeah, whatever. Unlike other demons, blah, blah, blah. He's not a murderer, but an executioner. Divination. Beware of vengeful actions. Take care not to let justice bleed into cruelty for the sake of anger. And that's where it is. I leave you to them. And God will restrain them. And that's really it. You have pushed me to a place where I've taken vengeance on this. Really? Why this person? I don't know. It was the right one. You caught me at the right time, motherfucker. Typically, do I do that to everyone? No, not usually. I mean, there was a couple of people I've sent Alistair after. Don't tempt me, bro. I'm not sending Jesus. I'm sending the whole fucking dark army after you and your children. Do you know that Lilith is called the child killer for a reason? As I'm over here teaching you how to love your children, if they are anything like you, they must die. We don't need anything like you anymore. We don't need you. We don't need this. If you have bred more of this, then kill the crops, burn the fields. We don't need any more seeds of discord. You're raising your children to be fucking prejudiced. You're raising them to be fucking misogynists. You're raising them to be bigots. You're raising them to be hateful. You're raising them to be what you are, which is an awful human fucking being. You're raising them in some kind of superiority and inferiority. You're raising them to be insecure. You're raising them to be rude. You're raising them to be ugly. God didn't make them this way. You're making them this way because that's who you are. And if you don't change, they won't change. And we don't need that going forward. Our future generations don't need people like you on our streets. We don't need you in our comments. We don't need you in this world. A person that has nothing nice to say about the world doesn't need to be part of this world. You have nothing good to say about the world we live in, then get out of our world. We're trying to make the world good, not hate it, but make it better. Take your hateful acts, your hate crimes, and die. Quiet, quiet. And that goes back to it, guys. I care because God cares. I am Lilith. I am of the dark. I have hated mankind since he put me on earth with them. Through becoming one of you, I have compassion. I came for the burning of the flesh. 3/4 of you will die in the next 35 years. What did he say? 2/3, I think it was in the Bible. 2/3 of the humanity dies. Why? Because you were dead to begin with. There's no life in you. I came for that. I came for the judgment, bro. I wanted to see this. We all did. We wanted to see the end. These motherfuckers. We wanted to see God's wrath. We wanted to see him get them. We came to see this. And then you become human and you feel bad for them. And it's not as glorious as you thought, watching people suffer and die. It's not as glorious, but some of them are. That's what you fucking get, you piece of fucking shit. You are a horrible fucking human being. Thank God you're fucking dead. God will never give you another life. Really? Some of you, bro, you've been nothing but horrible fucking creation since the first time he gave you a life. And he kept giving you lives to keep being horrible. You never chose. He can't force you. You choose to be a horrible person every day. And most of you don't even see anything wrong in it. Oh, everybody else does it. I see you, Royce. You're under God's judgment, bitch. That's it. You think it's fun? You think you find entertainment? You find entertainment in violence? You want to stand and watch a man rip another man apart for your fucking entertainment? What's the difference between you and Michael Vick? You want to sit there and put two dogs in a fucking cage and watch them tear each other apart? What's the difference between you? They're animals, aren't they? You're putting two animals and you're going to see who hurts the other one the most, and you're going to wager money on this. Who's the more, dominant animal? 100 man versus a gorilla? This is the way you think. You think that you're better than God's creation, you're more powerful, and you're going to hurt this animal of God to show your power? Is that what entertains you, Royce the 5'9"? The Book of Ryan, this holy righteous man? Your righteousness is watching the pain and suffering of men, watching them tear each other apart? That brings you joy. That's what you do on the weekends for a good time. And you consider yourself a godly man. You find joy. I think you might be from the dark. You guys find joy in watching people suffer? Yeah, I think you might be from the dark. But don't think for a minute you're not suffering too. You're not above the suffering. You're here part of it too. Really? Yeah. I learned how to overcome the suffering, and I try to help other people so they don't die to the things that were killing me. But for those of you that want to put people in suffering, I want you to die immediately. You're not helping. You're not with me. You're against me. You're not with people. You're against them. You're the problem that we're here to excavate. You've made it very clear you're the problem that we're here to face. I'm going to start here, and I ended here. I'm going to end where I started. Who's that person in your life that you know you can't trust? That the words they say don't align. You can't believe a word they say. And if they say they're going to do something, you can't depend on them. Who's that person in your life? Get rid of them now. So says God. I don't care that you think why are you carrying a person that you can't trust or depend on? That shows your codependency. You're dependent on a person that you can't trust and you can't depend on. You would rather have an untrustworthy friend than no friend. That's not a friend. They're not your friend. And that's me being your mother talking to a child that thinks this fucking kid is your friend. They're not your friend. They don't know how to be a friend to anyone. They're taking advantage of you. If they were your friend, you could depend on them. If you told them a secret, they would tell someone. If you asked them for something, they would let you down. This is not your friend. This is coming from God on Saturday. Cut those people out now. Got it? They're only going to continue to let you down. And then if you introduce them to other people, they're going to betray the other people too. They're going to let your friends and family down too. Your friends are going to believe them, and then they're going to get let down like they let you down. You owe it to yourself and your company to not keep that kind of company. You're not doing yourself a favor by staying around people you can't trust or depend on. They're not your friends. That's not what friends do. That's not your family. Got it? Cool. And Azael, I forgot. Let me end on this. What is he doing? Guardian of the goats. So Alistair and Azael are going to go wreak hell in this person's life because they wanted to wreak hell in yours. Really? I'm not going to send the light to you. In essence, I could. Yes. Realistically, I call Jesus all the time. There is many situations that no one's at fault or the fault of so many people, so that no one person should take the blame. It is still important we find one person to punish. That's it. I'm making this person pay for everyone else that does this. Whether that person truly deserves the punishment or not. But when good things happen by, again, chance or confluence, we don't spend as much time looking around for the person to reward, do we? All glory to God is what I say. Beware of looking for someone to blame in situations in which no one person is responsible. That goes back to, you know what I mean? What happened to you? It wasn't all their fault. You may have unknowingly hit a nerve, and that makes you at fault. It wasn't all their fault. Okay? Focus on fairness and offering equal praise for success as blame for mistake. And that's it too, is like, we both were back. This was both of us. And that's what, when I come back to Morgan, I always say, I know that I shouldn't have said this. I know that this is where I lost it. I know that this is what I did to make you feel that way. And then she'll go back and I know I was acting like this. And I know it's not like, well, you were doing this and you said this and you said that. Me and our conversation between me and Morgan is I take responsibility for what I said. I take responsibility for what happened in our conversation. I take responsibility for my part. But don't play innocent. You played too. And that's where we are. We don't have to say that you did something. We say our part. We apologize for what we did. I'm not here to make you apologize. I'm here to apologize. If you don't want to apologize and you don't see anything wrong in you, that has to do with you. I know I was wrong. Really? And then there's times where I'm not going to apologize. I don't believe what I did was wrong. I think you took it wrong. Really? Some things like that. Sometimes I notice I could have said that different. And that's what I told Morgan. I started the conversation off with, don't get mad or don't take offense. When you start a conversation, they automatically get mad and take offense. So that I set this conversation up for failure by just that. I didn't know how to say it. Forgive me. What I was trying to get across is, and that's it. We get hurt by words. Miscommunication happens a lot. No, but what I meant to say, that's not what you said. What were you trying to get across? Because that's not what you said. And what you said hurt my feelings. I'm sorry I used those words. And that's where a person takes accountability for how their actions made you feel. But if they never account for the fact that you feel some kind of way based on their actions, you're dealing with a narcissist. They have no accountability that they did something to you. They can't see it, and you can't scream at them to make them see what they did to you. They don't see it. Walk away. They see no fault in what they do. They're not going to apologize because they don't know what they're doing is wrong. As Jesus says, forgive them for they know not what they do. They're completely disassociated to the fact that they had something to do with this. And we'll turn around and play victim when it's all done, I'm sure. Right? Right. All right. Well, that's our Saturn day. Lovely day. I'm going to have some lunch and move on with a better day. If you need me to help you get through that, call me. And that's it too. It's like, everybody wants a witch friend. I've become very protective and I'm bully. And, do you want me to curse them? What do you want me to do? You want me to send the angels? You want me to get them? You want me to do something? I don't really. Not really. Unless I feel that I have to. All right, I've had enough. I've got to do something. And it could be anyone. And that's it. You're catching it, bro. You're about to catch it for every person that came in here and did it before you. Realistically, well, you ain't caught it before this. This is your lesson. Nobody told you not to do this before. Well, you're about to catch one today. Realistically, you can't run around saying you're spiritual and not meet the spiritual realm. You're about to meet the spiritual realm today. You want to deny the spiritual realm, you're about to meet it. Really? I'm just saying. Hey, love yous laters. Thanks to the shout out to everyone that wants to back up, me, and I back you up. And yeah, we're all sinners, bro. We all fall short. We're trying to pick it up, trying to get closer. And, God ain't mad at me that I'm out here cursing his fucking kid. I'm cursing him because he's out here cursing your kids. I'm fighting for your kids. I'm not fighting for me. I don't have to stand up for me. Realistically, I'll stand on you. Fucking douches. The douches. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Laters, haters. Bye-bye now.